So this video will be less political and more truly the title of my channel, which is The Wounded. And I want to just talk about going to worship on Sunday, going to church, and there's just pain, there's hurts. I transitioned out of 25 years of youth ministry. I had a senior pastor that just never understood me, and I was never seemingly enough. I felt like a disappointment, and so every exit of all the ministries where I left the church, I quietly just transitioned out. Rather than making waves or drama, I just found a way to transition out. And in one particular transition, after the 25 years and 10 years at this particular church, the admin pastor, who was like a father figure to me, worked to actually help find possibilities of career change for me, to help transition me, so I wasn't just left with nothing. But I mean, like a record scratch that just stopped the music, suddenly over 2 decades, almost 3 of ministry were over. And I went into church and I sat in the back, and I worshiped through grief. And I mourned and I cried, and there were times I couldn't get the words out. And that's just one story of pain, and it comes from leaving what I loved. It comes from the hurt of what I faced. And then you step through the doors of a church, again, I think I've said this in previous videos. I never want to see my kids or grandkids someday think about me giving up on my faith. And I don't want to give up on my faith. I believe my God is real. I believe my faith is real. I believe his grace is real. His grace is what I need. But hurt is real. And I think one of the best things you can do is step through the doors. And even when it's hard, even when words fail, even when you can't get words out, when you've been hurt, when you've been betrayed, when you feel abandoned, God hasn't done that to you. Humans will fail you. Humans will hurt you. Humans will betray you. They won't understand you. And that's the wound we have to face. But there's times that I've failed the Lord. There's times that I have betrayed the Lord. There's times that I've misunderstood him or his purposes for my life. And I will never cease to be thankful for his grace and mercy and love and compassion, which is sorely lacking in this world. And so I continue to worship through tears. Back into the political, lately my tears are largely because of what's going on in the world politically. And I feel like I've lost a lot of my heroes that have turned to sort of a MAGA Christian, turning point cult type of Christian. And it's nonsense. It's disgusting. And, not everybody's turned. Not every Christian is a bad example of a Christian. There are still good ones out there, but it's like, who's who? And I don't even like that. I don't know who's who. Keep trying, keep serving. There's a way to serve, even if, like, lately I'm going to try to do some behind the scenes stuff. I might just go volunteer to clean the church, to vacuum carpets or pull weeds, offering to be a part of the prayer ministry, be a greeter at the door, do something that gives back. You don't have to connect with everyone, but connect with someone that has a real faith. And don't go through this alone. Continue to worship God. Play songs just one-on-one in your car that help you connect with him. Stay in the word, stay in prayer. Don't quit on God, because God's never quit on you. Keep going.